This is how to play Deck the Halls, the famous Christmas song. This song has just 5 chords in it. La 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 la, 'tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la, fill the mead cup drain. I've arranged this so that all of those are open chords. We have no bar chords in this one, and I've got rid of any changes that I feel were just too fast for beginners. And I think this sounds absolutely great, you know, really accurate to the original while still, you know, having manageable chord changes for most of the people who I reckon are watching this video. We are in the key of D major here. Now what that means to us when we're learning just beginner songs and simple strumming songs is all the chords that we're going to look at here work well with that D. Primarily those are the A major chords, which I'm going to change between this way and this way of playing these chords, in accordance with the way that I would generally teach it with beginners. We also have a G major in this chord very briefly, and also an E minor. Now strangely, and this does not happen often in any songs at all, but we also have the same chord but E major. So it's E minor for a lot of the song, but we do have one strum of the E major as well. Now that can happen as soon as it gets to real songs. Anything can happen with these chords, and in fact what the songwriters, and these are ancient carols that have been around for hundreds, you know, maybe a lot of hundreds of years, but at least 100 years, they're trying to keep your attention, and they're trying to, you know, be nice to listen to. So there's rules as a foundation of music, but then there are things that songs do to keep our attention and sound great, and this has a lot of those things. I mean, it is joyous. It's as soon as you start having a little sing of this one, it does lift the spirits a little bit, don't you think, Santa? Santa agrees. So we start off, and we're just going to be strumming on the beat here. You know, that pulse underneath the music is all we're strumming for. But when we're looking at any of these beginner songs, always best to just have one strum per chord first of all. So first chord in this song is the D major. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Poor holly. We have E minor, then D major, A major and D. Now plenty of chord sheets and plenty of players might go fa la 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 la. If you can do that change, that's fine, you know, fa la 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 la. You can work towards that, but what I'm going to encourage we do is fa la 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 la. Just changing on the beat to make it a little bit more manageable for people, and I think it still sounds great, as I say. So this verse is: deck the halls with boughs of holly, E minor, D, A major to D. That's the chord progression you need to practice. 'Tis the season to be jolly, E minor, D, A major, D. Here's the next section, A major. Fill the mead cup, drain the barrel, fa la la. E major this time, la la la, la la la, ending on the A major. D major, sing the ancient Christmas carol, fa la la. That's the first time the G major chord's been in play. G major, D, A major, D. So we can see there's that pattern throughout this song, although you will have to be reading your chord sheet until you perhaps have this memorized. There's that pattern, the D chord, you know, for plenty of time, and then change, 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 change. That happens 3 out of the 4 times, you know, 3 out of the 4 lines of this song. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll look at just putting that beat behind it. Importantly, when we start strumming more, no matter what song you're looking at, when you start strumming more, this hand isn't doing anything more. So focus on training your chord playing hand first, and then when you add the strumming on the beat and add any strumming pattern that you happen to add in the song that you're going for, the strumming's going to be added, but this hand's job is exactly the same. Okie dokie? Let's get this hand sorted first. Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis 'tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Fill the mead cup, drain the barrel. Fa la 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 la. Sing the ancient Christmas carol. La 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 la. Isn't that Yuletide Carol? I think that used to be Yuletide Carol and an old chord sheet. Christmas Carol or Yuletide Carol. It's all good. Let's do that same thing again, but we're going to keep that right hand moving on the beat, like this, ticking away, no matter what your chord hand is doing. If you're a little late on a chord change, I highly advise you force the changes. Keep, persevere with this right hand to get it in time, but don't slow down this right hand. And if it all falls apart, you're not ready to strum on the beat yet. That's all it means. And it might only take 1 or 2 more goes before you are ready. So it's totally cool. Same thing again, but keeping that right hand going on the beat from the D major chord. Join in with me in 1, 2, 3, 4. Deck the hall with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Fill the mead cup, drain the barrel. Fa la 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 la. Sing the ancient Sing the ancient Christmas carol. Fa la 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 la. That made me laugh because I've obviously sung this plenty of times with Yuletide Carol, and it's Christmas Carol I've got written. Who'd have thought? Let's have a look at this second verse now, and the chord sheet is available on the lesson page where this is embedded, on the website and on the Andy Guitar app. Starting from that D major chord again, right hand just ticking over, okay? From the D major, same chord progression, different lyrics. 3, 4. See the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. Fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. The melody of this song just uses the D major scale. So the D major scale, in case you haven't covered it yet, starts from the open D string, goes to the 2nd fret of that same D string, and then the 4th fret. It does the same on the string down, open, 2, 4. To recap, we have gone open, 2, 4, open, 2, 4 on the middle 2 strings. From there we go 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, and that's the whole thing. That's the D major scale going 1 octave from the open D string to the octave of that D. 8 notes in total, but this melody, of course, starts from a certain point in that scale, in this case the A note, and then it's walking down, sometimes up, sometimes missing a note, but often not. And I have a full course on all this, especially of how to do major scale melodies such as this and to improve your technique and knowledge. It's called that lead guitar with the major scale. It's a free course, freely available just for people who are signed into the website and the app, basically. That will really help you if you wanted to learn this kind of stuff. It will all be tabbed out on this lesson page and in the downloadable materials of this course. I really hope you enjoy that one, guys. It is a really joyous song, and I will see you in the next video.